Hello there, welcome to The Fragmentality. I am Aaron, and thank you for joining me today. I want to review a recent game that's just come out, and that is Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. The first game came out a couple of years ago. It was an okay game. It was a budget game, so when it came out, it was released at about the £25 mark. For the price, it wasn't actually too bad. It had, some good points. The sniping was very well done, but it had a lot of crappy AI, and there was some sort of Call of Duty type run and gun levels which just didn't really work. But thankfully the sequel is now here. It's very, very much improved. It's still not perfect by any means, but once again it's a budget release. It's released for £25. It's kind of like a cheap and cheerful way to sort of spend a few hours on the game, and I think it works. You play as a sniper. There's not much storyline to it. It's very along the same lines as Call of Duty, dealing with terrorists and extremists and things like that, and you have to take them out. I won't give too much away about the story, but it's not that great. It's your kind of generic, kind of bad guy, good guy storyline. You have a variety of missions on locations around the world. The game is made with the CryEngine 3, which, if for any of you know, it's the same engine that Far Cry 3 was used to make. So a lot of the levels are set in sort of tropical locations. Lots of really nice landscapes and trees and really nice sort of waterfalls and lighting effects and stuff like that, which the CryEngine does really well. So the game looks really nice, apart from levels where it's set at night time, and they tend to throw them in every couple of levels to mix things up. You spend all the time sort of running in the dark with your night vision goggles on. They don't look as nice, but overall the graphics are really nice. One of the problems I have with the game is that just because it is based on sniping, it actually shows some of the flaws in the game, mainly respawning enemies. Like you'll clear out a building full of people, you'll run forward slightly, and then another load of them will respawn in the same location, and it kind of just makes it feel less realistic, because obviously there'll be dead bodies everywhere and the guards don't seem to realise this, and it kind of feels like you shoot a load of guys, run to the next location, do the same kind of thing. There isn't ever really a sort of sense that you have to hide, and there's a sense of danger. It does have this in some respect when, if for example you miss a shot, the guards will be alerted and they'll look for you. But basically what this boils down to is if you're not lying down flat, if you're hiding sort of behind a tree or something, they will always find you no matter where you fired the shot from, which kind of annoys a little bit. And sometimes the artificial intelligence isn't quite right. I, for example, have been able to crawl right behind a person without them seeing me, but other times they'll be able to spot me from, miles away, which it just makes you a little bit infuriated, because you kind of try to be stealthy but you get seen from miles away, but then when you're up close they don't see you, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. And after a while the levels do become a little bit similar and generic. The graphics are good, and the actual shooting of the sniper rifle, which is the main part, is really nice and satisfying. If you play on easy, sniping is literally you aim the target and shoot. If you play on normal, you have to take in things like your movement, your heart rate and stuff like that. So if you've just been running away from an enemy and you have to line up a shot, you're probably going to be a bit all over the place, which makes it a little bit more difficult. If you play on the hardest setting, it is very difficult. Kind of have no indication of where the wind is, your heart rate and stuff like that. You kind of have to judge it yourself, so a lot of time is spent missing shots and getting killed, basically. So you may want to play on the easy or normal modes first. The multiplayer, it wasn't good in the first game. It's not that great in this one. There's not actually a lot of sniping done. It kind of boils down to people running around with pistols, shooting each other up close, which kind of defeats the purpose for me. It has a lot of people trying to get achievements to get thousands of kills and stuff so they can unlock things. So there is a lot of pistol up close and melee kills, not a lot of actual sniping, which has the potential to be really good. You find a place, you hide and you snipe, but it doesn't really work like that, unfortunately. As I said before, it's a budget game. The graphics are good. It's a nice game to kind of get on the cheap and tide you over till something else comes along. So if you're a fan of the first game, you'll probably enjoy the second one. But you can't really go wrong, really. It's it's a good cheap game. It does what it says on the tin. It's a sniper game. That's all you do. With that in mind, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. If you disagree, if you played it, you don't like it, you do like it, let me know. Leave some comments. Thank you for listening. I'm Aaron, and you've been watching The Fragmentality. Thank you.